Hi guys, it's me coming back at you again. I want to talk to you about drinking your fats. Bulletproof coffee, will it spike insulin? People think that they have to have bulletproof coffee to start their day, and that's completely wrong. If you can get a good black tea, a good green tea, you can drink black coffee, something like that is going to start your process off right. If you're a lady that's struggling with a little bit of weight to lose and you just got a little bit less, or you're a guy, you don't have that much more, maybe 30 pounds or something like that, and you're noticing that your process is slowed completely, you're going to want to stop drinking bulletproof coffee. It's not going to do anything for you. When you drink your fat first thing in the morning, you actually break your fast. You can't have 200 grams of calories, or it just doesn't work. 200 calories is not going to work first thing in the morning. You cannot do that. When you have that much calorie density at that point, what ends up happening is the fat gets in your digestive tract, right? You're trying to process it, things like that. Well, you have an enzymatic response in the stomach, and that alone is what triggers the insulin release. So fat doesn't directly cause an insulin release, but the byproduct of actually eating it in the enzymatic response in your stomach, that does trigger an insulin response. And then let's go even further. You drop a couple drops of stevia or erythritol or whatever it is in your coffee. Now you're getting a dopamine release because of the sweetness on your tongue. Your brain's telling your body to start getting ready for something to happen. Insulin's getting spiked. Now the enzymatic process in your stomach, you got a little bit more insulin going. So then at the end of the day, when you think about it, are you doing yourself any justice by having that bulletproof coffee in the morning? No, you're not. I loved it, and I kept doing it, and I got to a stall, and I couldn't figure out what was going on because I was listening to certain people say, oh, fat doesn't spike insulin. Well, then I started listening to the doctors that have been doing this since 1980. And they said, no, that's not true. We have scientific research that proves fat does slightly spike insulin. And then mainstream Thomas DeLauer. He's a celebrity trainer. He writes articles for sports papers and stuff like that. He's big into health. You see him. He's probably got a million subscribers now. I mean, he's got so much content out there, and he even breaks down the science of it. He is sponsored by some people, so I can see how this can be a little bit of an effect. But his stuff comes from more off of a scientific basis, a true status, not trying to sway somebody one way or another. And he talks about that all the time. It's like, stop drinking your fat. And if you're going to, make sure that you know how to get yourself through that stall if that's what's causing it. He even talked about the fat spiking your insulin and the enzymatic response behind it. Like, it doesn't spike it, but it does spike it. So if you can help it, if you can stop drinking the bulletproof coffee in the morning and adding your stevia and stuff in there, because that doesn't do anything for you. There's a purpose for that stuff, but it's not for something first thing in the morning. That is breaking your fast, and you are slowing your weight loss down. I can assure you that. I've been there.